wanted to bring something up that happened to me recently, and it just really irks me. That it's a two-part story. Has to do with two encounters at two different bathrooms at two different gas stations in Imperial. That's right, Imperial. I was in the bathroom one day, and I'm taking a whiz, and the stand-up Johns, another guy next to me, doing the same thing. So usually when I'm done, just like any guy, you do your little, I don't know, some guys do the stroke, some guys do the floppy thing.
The shake.
The jiggle.
The shake.
The
Right.
jiggle.
I once was in this is a true story. I was in Las Vegas, and Val Kilmer was in Las Vegas. I was in the bathroom, the MGM Grand. Val Kilmer was taking a whiz right next to me.
Wow.
And I was, shut up, Dan. I was so accustomed to the shake or the floppiness, right? Mm-hmm. I wasn't looking at what he had, but I noticed that Val Kilmer did a stroke. And I have found that the stroke actually takes care of that issue better than the floppy thing.
You went home and you tried it later that night?
No, I could not wait to go to the bathroom next. After I walked to the bathroom, I ran up to everybody. I'm like, it was Val Kilmer. It was Val Kilmer. Like, oh my God, I'm like, I need some water. I tried to drink as much water as I could, as quickly as I could. And the next time I had to go take a leak, I did it. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to try it. And I tried the stroke. And let me tell you, man, awesome. This is beside the point. I was done with the stroke. I don't know what this guy did. But we had both gotten done in the Johns, and we both whizzed. So you turn around, and you head for the sinks. Some people, wash their hands with the soap, some just do the water, whatever. This guy did something that I've never seen before ever in my life. The guy just took a whiz, walked over to the mirror where the sink and soap were at, didn't use anything, but he did pull down two hand towels and use them to open the door.
Yes.
I can't figure that out at all.
I got it.
What do you mean? What do you get? No, I mean,
I totally get it.
You totally get it.
He feels he is cleaner than anything in that bathroom.
So so he's saying that his manhood is extremely clean.
Yes.
And therefore, it shouldn't need to be washed off his hands?
Well, I don't think he peed on his hands, did he?
Well, every once in a while there's some splashback or there's a little,
I'm just saying he probably felt. I could see what he was thinking. He's thinking, I'm cleaner than, because you've been in some bathrooms where you just don't want to touch anything.
It doesn't matter, though. The flush handle,
I'm not saying he was correct.
Or not, the sinks, I mean, yeah, it's just.
I didn't say he was correct. I just say I understand.
Not washing your hands after you go to the bathroom is inexcusable.
Yes.
Bottom line, period.
Okay, all right. Now
this guy, though, did you a favor, at least, by using the paper towels.
Oh, because
yes, he did.
Wait.
That is true.
You tell me,
did use you a favor. He's like, I'm nasty, and I don't want to spread it.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know really at what grade you guys stopped going to school, but using paper towels. Are you saying that did me a favor on the handle?
Yeah.
Yes.
The paper towel did not de-germ the entire handle. It's a paper towel. It's not going to do anything.
How could he be so clean in one aspect, but not wash his hands on the other?
Wait a minute. I got it. What if he's got, seriously, an infected Johnson? What if it's got some kind of crazy kind of disease, okay, right? And he just had his hands on it, and he doesn't want to put his hands on the sink or anything else because it'll spread like the outbreak, right? So he
Did you actually see the hands on it?
What?
I mean, what if he just kind of with no hands?
Have you ever done that? I've done that. If I drink a lot, I'll usually do that. Well, I'll go take a whiz.
So maybe he was all just completely in the right.
No,
had no contact.
I would have seen his arms kind of dangling at his sides. I would have seen that. Maybe he would have been, clapping, doing whatever. Now,
yeah, he's clapping.
No, I'm serious. That bugged me a lot because I wash my hands twice when I go to the bathroom.
It is unexcusable, though.
Sometimes, and it's not that I think things are dirty or not dirty. There are sometimes, honestly, I'll wash my hands before I go to the bathroom because if I have to open up a doorway or a stall or something, I just want to be as clean as possible. And Dan Keller, when we drove to the station today, noticed that not only do I have describe my arsenal.
You've got about 5 spray sanitizers in the cup holder and an entire pump action sanitizer in between the two seats. Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm sure there's more somewhere else.
Yes, there are. I mean, there are just because you never know. Right now, I would like Dan Keller to send me a text message.
Uh-oh.
Because I'm going to I've now taken my phone off of vibrate, and let's see here. Hold on, let me make sure I've done it. All right, my phone is now officially off vibrate. I want everyone listening to hear the sound of my phone when I get a text message. I'm going to put it right up to the microphone, Dan. Just send me something quick.
All right.
Quicker than that.
Sent.
Here it is. Any minute now.
I don't know how. It's got to go up.
Quiet. Come on, damn it.
Modern technology.
Ooh.
That happens every time I get a text message. I think that is the coolest ring for a text message. I was at a gas station right down the street on Seckman Road, right next to Seckman High School, I walk in, honestly, to just take a whiz, and there was a guy in this bathroom set up. There's just the John and the stall. The stall you can't see into. But I knew there was a guy in there because somebody was baking something. I mean, you walked in, and you knew there was a man in that stall. So I'm taking my whiz. My wife sends me a text message, and that sound goes off. And from the stall, I hear, "That's the coolest ringtone I've ever heard." and I didn't know whether to say thank you. I didn't know what to do. And so I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything because I looked to see what my wife had to say. And he then said, "Hey, where'd you get that?" And I did not. I felt so uncomfortable talking to him
That's
because
terrible etiquette.
it is beyond terrible etiquette because the guy is in a stall, right? And it is a wood stall, and it was almost like I got these flashbacks to being in a confessional at church because he's sitting in there doing his thing, and it's hey, if you're doing it right when you're sitting down, it could be a religious experience. So it could be like a confession. I don't know, but to tell me that my ringtone was cool and then to ask me how I got it, I mean. He's got enough going on. Right. I mean, he's not going to write it down. He's not going to remember it. And besides, here's what I don't like. What if I would have carried on a conversation with him?
Where would you end it?
Where do I end it? And here's the other thing. I don't know how far along he is with what he's doing. For all I know, he's already everything's already left the building. For all I know, he's just one flush away from opening that door. And if he does, and I'm still talking, now we have faces to each other. And the guy probably lives around Imperial. And I'm going to walk into this guy, the phantom pooper. It's going to happen.
That is awful.
And that's why I didn't say one word to him, because I didn't want my voice to be recognizable. And I darted out of that place as quickly as I could. Thank God I paid at the pump. That, to me, was unacceptable. And I don't get that behavior at all.
I had a very similar incident like that. I worked at a company, and I know everybody that works there. And the bathroom is shared bathroom for both sides of the building, so a lot of people filter in and out. Long line of stalls. I walk in one day, and there's clearly a guy in the stall, and I'm heading towards the urinal. He sneezes.
Oh, God.
Do I say, "God bless you"?
No.
Do I acknowledge the fact that he's
Really?
in there?
I don't think so. I think proper.
Do I sacrifice one?
Landon, would you say bless you if you were...
No. I just think it's whenever best not to talk to anyone in the bathroom.
When you're in the bathroom, you should act like no one else exists.
I agree.
Right. You go in, we've all been to big sporting events. We maybe have all been to clubs that have interesting things happen in them. And usually, when you go to the bathroom, it's like a cattle call, and everybody just kind of gets in their position. You take your turn. You do your best to either look straight ahead, or you do that thing where you look at the ceiling and you're like, oh, man.
Exactly.
That's why I like the ads on the urinals.
Yeah.
It gives you
Right.
something to look at.
Or you look down at yourself, you know? But the problem is, you got to be careful when you look down at yourself. You do.
You don't want to venture.
You've got peripherals. Everybody's got peripherals.
I agree.
And if you do not have guarded johns with those little nice dividers, your peripherals, it'll look like a bunch of elephants at the river.
And you don't want to get too close.
Right.
Have you ever seen the trough setup?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wrigley Field
Wrigley
has
Field.
this.
You know what used to have it? The arena. The Blues.
Yes.
The arena used to have it. First time I ever went to a Blues game with my dad, he had to go to the bathroom. I didn't have to go yet. He said, well, you have to stand right next to me. I was a kid. I was small, right? So I was not that tall.
Yep.
So I'm up to my dad's waistline, and I swear to God, I'm not making this up. I stand next to my dad at the trough where you took a leak at the old arena, and it was wieners everywhere.
I'll tell you something.
And they were the creepiest looking things I've ever seen. Because, I mean, look, I don't tell lies on my show, and there's if I get in trouble for this broadcast, eat it, because that's just so stupid. The only wiener I'd ever seen, my dad used to walk around the house, jumps out of the shower, so I knew what one looked like when it reaches potential of adulthood or whatever you want to call it. Some of these things, they looked wrong. They looked diseased. I'm serious. There was a guy. He was a white guy. His was gray. How does that happen? It looked like E.T. when he got sick. I mean, really.
The worst thing about being a race fan, I hate to diss race fans anymore, but every racetrack I've ever been to, nothing but troughs.
Really?
Nothing. And I was at one. It was at a Gateway across the river here, and they had a trailer, and it was a trough. And it was overflowed.
Oh, God.
And the trailer was leaning. It had so much.
It was all just whiz.
And it was just coming over the top.
Really?
It was brutal.
See, I come from the school that you don't go to the bathroom in public unless it is an emergency.
Wait. We're talking about Deuce.
I'm talking about either one.
Whoa.
In all seriousness. I swear to you.
He's an actor. He's faking this out.
No, I am not.
There's no way.
Really?
I swear to you, unless it's an emergency, obviously, Six Flags, there's not much of a choice. I have to go, and I hate their bathrooms. But I hate the smells. I hate that most men, for whatever reason, decide this is a time to not only let it out the front, but suddenly you hear
But that's what the
the
bathroom's
sounds
for.
of silence.
Well, no, he's
Why?
right. He's
Why?
right. It happens all the time. You'll be in the John, you'll be taking a whiz, so is the guy next to you, and then suddenly...
Rip. And
Yeah.
it's like, why
You hear
have you
that-
chosen
that
this time?
The
But
one
because
sad
he-
trumpet sound,
Because you don't want to do it when you're with everybody else. That's what the bathroom is for.
No. You do it in the middle of the park where no one's
well, I
going to
can
know
see
where
at
it
Six
came
Flags.
from.
Okay, first off, how the hell are you going to get to the middle of a park? Oh, you talking about Six Flags?
Yeah, if you're at,
I have to go
just
find a
anywhere.
space with
Just
a 30-foot
Why do you
radius.
have to do it right when I am standing next to you?
No, what you do is you wait, right? You wait, you hold it in, you hold that gas. Hold the
Exactly.
gas, and then you let it off when you're on a roller coaster.
Exactly.
And it'll just
roller
stay there.
coaster.
It'll stay
Crop
there.
dusting.
Yeah, so
Crop
everybody
dusting.
behind you gets to get what you
And
just got.
okay, Landon, have you ever dusted?
No.
See, isn't that cool? Isn't that great? Anyway, so I
Hey,
sprayed-
where'd you get that, man?
That wasn't me.
All right, wait. So what happens is, anybody else on this? What do you got?
I don't do this in public unless, like Landon says, it's extremely important. But I won't drop the
The deuce.
deuce unless I have to. Now you go into a stall in a restaurant somewhere,
Oh, I know where
and you close the door. That big crack.
Wait,
the gap.
Oh,
gap.
Oh,
yeah.
yes,
I know what you're saying.
yes.
You know the worst? TGI Fridays. There's a TGI Fridays South County. Dan, you and I went in that Fridays before.
Yes.
TGI Fridays by
Oh,
Ronnie's.
with the double doors.
Dude, they've got, the old saloon-style doors?
Yes.
All the
Okay,
bathrooms.
The stalls
No.
have saloon-style doors. You can see right through them.
And you can't lock them.
No, you can't lock them either. So it's like, and you know what? It's designed so when you walk in, you don't see the sinks or anything. You
Yeah.
see whoever
Yes.
is dropping at that time.
Oh, my gosh.
And I mean, I guess if I had it in me, if I had to do it, like let's say dysentery kicked in and I had to go in there and I had to just blast it, all right? I would just sit there and wave to people when they came in. I mean, I've got no choice.
else.
I will have to give it the Quick Trip has amazing stall. They got the full door.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
got the big tiles
The
all the way
wall
across.
around
It's
it,
beautiful.
yeah.
If you have to, that's the one to go to.
The
I agree.
Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah.
You've got one at the
Yes.
Galleria.
Yes.
They have, it's like beveled. So when
Oh,
it
wow.
closes.
So that
you
it
know,
overlaps?
It's
Yeah.
it's a perfect seal. I mean,
I know what you
will-
did. The gap is awful.
I will literally risk dying of lack of oxygen if you could just seal me up in that stall and I could just do my business and then walk out. Whatever. I'm not going to be in there long enough
Without
to
having to
die
see faces.
of
Right.
carbon
Yes.
dioxide poisoning. But seal me off. I want this door to go down to the floor and all the way to the ceiling. So lock me in there.
There are times that I'll go to a bathroom. Maybe it's the mall. I go to the mall and I walk in. I'll hear a guy tooting away in a stall, and all I want to scream is, "Don't you have a home? Don't you have a home?" Everyone's
Oh, there's emergencies, though.
emergency's my ass. You just hold it, man. And if you hold it long enough, I'll tell you what. This is sick. This is so sick and wrong. If I've got to go number 2, big time. If I have to do like you wouldn't believe, to the point where your knees are shaking, I love to hold it. I'll hold it. If I'm out in public.
Oh, my God.
Well, hold on, Landon. You won't do it in public. You should be patting me on the back here. Listen, I'm saying I will hold it until I get home, and then finally it's like,
Oh,
this
yeah,
is
that's
it.
great.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is it. I get so excited. I go downstairs to where our movie room is. I said to the kids and my wife, no one come downstairs. Nobody. I'll light a candle. I'll shut the door, get a book, maybe a couple magazines. Forget about it, man. That is my time. How sad is it that is my time? I used to have great my times. Those are my times.
That's a
now.
man time.
You've been listening to Hipp on Bathroom.
All right, I go to Starbucks every once in a while, and what sucks about the Starbucks bathrooms, maybe it's not the worst scenario, but you guys have been to places like this where you walk into the bathroom and you realize, oh,
It's a one.
it's just one toilet.
No.
So no, it's just one toilet. So I guess I have to lock the door, and then you realize, oh God,
Everybody's gonna know.
Everyone's gonna know what I've done in here. As if nobody does it. I mean, some guys are really cool with it. Like, and it's a bit awkward. Some guys, they'll open the. You'll be waiting like, God, this guy's gonna hurry up. And I respect the fact that they're honest. They're like, whoa, man, something died. I'm sorry. And they'll say that.
How about a courtesy flush over there?
Right, I mean, you'll know, okay, this guy bombed it out. It's just, it's wild. That's the other thing, too. I won't. If I have to do it in public, Landon, I'm sorry. If there are, let's say, 4 bathroom stalls and there's a guy sitting in, I will never sit in a stall
And the
right
one
next to
next to
somebody
it.
doing
No.
it.
Oh, no.
Because
I find the one on
No.
the end.
I go as far away as
I go
as
far
I can
away.
possibly. And if I start to notice feet walking towards where I might be, no, people will start walking towards where I'm at. I will be like, this is what I'll do. I'll make sure, okay, I got to find a way for them not to be here. I'll go, oh God. I will let out noises that don't even exist in this world just so that to be like, oh, geez, God, we're going to go somewhere else.